for a long number of years. Again, he's in this small farmer scheme, kind of like small farmers and fishermen, kind of making a fortune but discreetly. Like, Brud, what will you do for us now tonight?
A recitation, I'd say. I have short ones and long ones, whichever you like to hear.
You would like to give us, Brud, but just before Brud gives the recitation, I might say to him, Brud, yourself and Micilín were very good friends on the roadside.
We was down in Brusna, we slept together and everything all our life. We were the best of friends.
Same as myself when I started going to this Brud. How long would Micilín been playing on the roadside? Maybe 50 years now, they were saying.
He wasn't. More in the olden days, Micilín's cousin, I was working in the county council bog with him, and he told me to go over to Micilín's house, and we'd been doing an instrument to Lisdoonvarna. So the mother she didn't like to let the concertina go, but we went anyway, and you wouldn't be let play a note in anywhere that time until we struck the Atlantic where the Stilamaras was now. And he only got a few coppers that I collected for him. That's the way the spot was that time.
That had been a good few years ago, Micilín,
It would be in the 40s.
It was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a long. As I said earlier, we had a moment of quietness from Micilín Conlon. He graced this Brud with the concertina in a very quiet, kind of a pleasant kind of a way. It was lovely to hear him playing over all the years. Brud, I leave you to your recitation.
Little want is about a miser. I nearly said it's Teresa Breton that composed it, the lady that wrote the Old Bog Road and them songs. This is the way it goes. He was trying to put the money to the grave with him, but it didn't work. This poor man, Maloney, said he kicked the bucket when the weather turned bad. Timmy was named for the habit he had of offering thanks to the heavenly God. Every minute and hour of the day, if any advantage came his way. If he sold a calf, he turned his eyes to the skies and said, "Thank you, God, thank you, God." Then he'd put the money in his pocket and with his safety pin he'd lock it. But he died at last on a winter's night, and I was there to lay him out after he died. His body was twisted up in the bed, his legs astray, his mouth agape. But I straightened him out without delay, and I called his wife Nan to have the kettle of boiling water ready to shave the black stubble from his face. Poor Nan, she was flying all over the place, worried to death after losing her man, who had always given thanks to the heavenly God. But to give her her due, she had the kettle of boiling water ready, and with an open razor in my hand, I shaved the face of Timmy, thank God. Sweet Jesus, Maloney, but you're one decent Christian man to put yourself out like that for me. Man, says I, it's a privilege. Every man should have the pleasure of a last shave. And if you look at your husband's body already, he's looking better already. Then she gazed with wonder in her eyes. He's 20 years a younger man, and no doubt when he'll be led out in his habit, he'll be as handsome as the day I married him. And there and then, with Nan gone out, I stripped my man bare naked to put his habit on. His habit was made of the best material, the kind of stuff that wears well, even in the grave, where fashions are not important for men or for women. But what rattled me though, that Timmy had got, was a small bag tied around his you-know-what. As neat as ever you would wish to see, as innocent as the flowers of May. Very gently I untied the bag and looked inside it. A feather would have knocked me on the ground as I counted out £500 and £20 notes. Then I looked looked at my man as dead as yesterday's love in the bed. And no wonder, Timmy, you gave thanks to God and finished your days pious and cute with a bag of money tied to your flute. Grateful to God for life's poor dregs with the Bank of Ireland between your legs. Yet I'm not the man to find fault with you, nor I'm not the man to say who was right or who was wrong, as long as I have time for a drink and a song. Oh Christ, we're ignorant and blind what the next moment might bring. The next moment I called his wife Menan and pushed half the money into her fist. Woman, says I, be grateful to Christ. I am. But tell me, dog, where did this money come from? Menan, says I, this money came from the real source of life. Wish you don't tackle me. I'm a wife no longer, but a widow and black, compelled to answer every knock and shock that life can offer. Menan, says I, your husband was a good Christian man and would leave you enough to see you through. Well, do you know, she said, Timmy was fond of his halfpenny, but he was fond of me too in his own right, and now I must plant him under the sod. Oh, thank God, sighed the widow of Timmy, thank God.